It's a goal!
Hello YouTube, big pile of cards in today as always. Let's crack these open and see what I've got. So I've had a very busy weekend. If you didn't know, I sell toys. I have another channel which is Time Tunnel Toys UK. I would basically sell lots of vintage and modern toys, mainly vintage really. So if that's your thing, go ahead and check out my channel. But for this channel, as always, I've got loads and loads of parcels come through. I don't know if it's the same for everybody else, but my postman has basically reduced his hours down to like 3 posting days a week for post and then 2 days for parcels, because they're majorly understaffed because all the pings due to the pandemic. My parcels turn up in bulk basically every couple, like 3 days. Anyway, first card out, we have a shootout card, and the player is Wayne Rooney. Now that sleeve is pretty poor, but the okay, Jenny, card should be right. Yeah, it had a lot of staining on it, which I thought was weird. But yeah, this is a Wayne Rooney card. It's got a bit of a mark up there. I think it's considered one of his rookie cards. There is a rookie sticker as well, and another card I believe. But this is one of those early cards that are, slowly creeping up in price. People are getting these graded. I think I already have one of these in my collection. I need to double check. It's got a few dings on it, and a mark up here. But what a lovely card. I think a lot of people, there's a few players that a lot of people aren't really buying at the moment. Wayne Rooney, for example, we don't really see much of him. Steven Gerrard, Lampard, that sort of generation whose cards I just don't see in people's collections. There's a few people who specifically collect like Premier League stuff who do obviously have them, and they're going for a bit of money nowadays, but they're not seeing the sort of interest as other players, but eventually they will. I mean, Rooney's, top goal scorer for Man United, and probably top goal scorer still is top goal scorer for England. I think he'll be surpassed by Harry Kane. Got this cool card here. It says Happy Collecting Mick. I think, yeah, there we go. This is a card I have been waiting for. So this is a Bobby Moore. People argue whether it's 1962 to 1963 or if it's 1963 to 64. There is a 63 and 64 kind of card as well, which looks identical to this one. So this should be his Barrett's card, I think it is. Famous footballer Barrett card there, yes. It is indeed. So to tell if this is because there's 2 versions of this card, they look absolutely identical. If you notice up here, it says a series A11 series of 50. The A11 is the first release. The A12 is the reprint or re-release, if you will. Both worth a lot of money, both very collectible. In all fairness, the A12 is relatively easier to get hold of just because of its fact that it's not the first one. So don't really overpay on that card. But this is a card which is not technically his rookie card, but it's like a second year card, or maybe it's his second rookie. It's one of those early cards which people are going to paying a lot of money for, and I think I paid about maybe £70 for this. In the past I paid up to £80 for them. Most of the time I'm lucky on eBay, I can get them for about 50 quid. But yeah, these cards will be going up in price over the next couple of years. Not the best quality card. I'm just trying to get a few of these for my collection. I originally bought the A12 and got quite upset that when I found out that the A11 was the original one. I didn't know there was a difference, and somebody pointed it out. But now I kind of rectified that problem. Cool. Then we have another Jack Grealish card. If you know, I'm trying to get as many of these as I can. I'm not going to be paying silly money for them, but when they're cheap prices, I'm going to be picking them up. This is limited edition at 500. This is number 1, 2, 3. I always try and pick up the really cool numbered ones. I mean, some people think it's pretty silly me picking them up, but they're limited edition. The Jack Grealish, they're early-ish cards, I suppose. They're like his first year at Man City, and I think they're just going to go up in price. Cool, this one took a while to get out the card, but it's really nice so far. So this is, as you can tell from the back, Jimmy Greaves. I literally ordered this a couple of days ago and it's come straight away. I basically, when I first started collecting soccer cards, Jimmy Greaves was one of the players I went to. His cards are so accessible at the moment. They're very easy to get hold of at a cheap price. And this says a replica. Oh yeah, no wonder it's so bad. I didn't realise that. That's my stupidity, really. Why would anybody make this a replica? I thought this was too good to be true. My phone's currently recording at the moment, so I'll double check. This is another thing you should be careful, because I saw this card, I thought that's a nice looking card. Never seen it before. It's obviously a later career, maybe a 1970, 71 sort of card. And then I saw the back, I went, yeah, that looks good. I did not notice at the bottom it says replica. Why would anybody replicate this card for? This isn't like a famous card or anything. How annoying. That card wasn't too expensive, not unfortunately. I didn't pay like £10 for it, I paid like £2 posted for it, so that's a bit of annoying. That's really annoying. If you're selling replica cards, guys, just make sure it's really clear that this is a replica card. Put it in the title and everything. It probably is in this title, but I probably just misread it. But why would anybody want a replica card for? I don't get it. It's not like if this was like a Mickey Mantle card, I get it. If this was a replica of like a Bobby Charlton rookie card, I kind of get it. But this is just a Jimmy Greaves card from. It's not even the replica of a rookie. What would anybody want this card for? Obviously, I wanted it thinking it was real because I thought it was a real nice looking card. Oh, what an idiot I am! I did not know it said replica in that corner. Annoyingly, the person I bought it off of, his other cards are real, and he's actually looks to be quite a good seller. Yep, so that's my bad, really. I should have noticed that. It's a real shame. If anybody knows why they reproduced this, please tell me, because it seems a bit silly why anybody would want to make a replica of a card from that sort of period. Cool, and then these are cards which are really strange in terms of value. So this is a BP petrol company, basically, football cards from World Cup 98 of the England team. So these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 David Beckham cards. They're quite cool cards. Some people consider this to be his, which it kind of really is, it's his international rookie, if you will. So these cards are, people are asking like £25 a card, but if you go on bids and wait, literally every week it feels like these cards come up on bids and you can get them really cheap, pounds. So, and then I've seen them graded. I've actually sent them off to get graded myself, because I sent my first SGC submission 3 months ago. It's still waiting for it to come back. I saw on eBay somebody had a graded one of these in a grade 7, I think it was, and they're asking like £125 for it. So I was like, wow, are they reading that demand? One card looks a bit rippy. It's got a bit of a ding at the top. Apart from that, they're all pretty nice. I already have a complete set of these anyway. They're just really nice, fun cards to pick up. They remind me of being a kid, because I remember having these as a kid. And they're kind of like of their time, really. They're kind of something that used to be when football collecting cards was a bit of fun. Nowadays, BP wouldn't be able to get a license, I imagine. It's all held up by Panini and Topps and all these other companies who've kind of like monopolised it. Back in the day, you could literally get cards with any company, really. It was kind of a strange thing. Next up, this is a lovely card. This is a Dixie Dean card. Here he is in his Everton kit. Love these early cards. And Dixie Dean cards are slowly go up in price. They're not as... In America, people will pay like thousands of pounds for these cards, and it's ridiculous in high grade. But this is a nice quality card. It's got a few dings at the bottom. Lovely. It says here 1928 to 1929. So I don't know if that's when it was issued, or if that's the kind of years this card's supposed to be from. But Dixie Dean, fantastic player. I think he just scored like 1 million goals in one season, sort of thing. I think it's 60 goals in one season, which coincidentally is the same amount of home runs that Babe Ruth did in one of his seasons, where he holds the record for a long time. Maybe it might even be the same year, actually. But yeah, Dixie team, lovely cards. They're good up in price. You got to kind of be on it now if you're into Dixie team, because eventually, give it in a year or two, they will go up again. Oh, nice. I didn't even know if I ordered that or not. But if they put that in for free, that's really lovely. So the first thing I got here is a Jack Charlton card. For some reason, I used to always call him Jackie Charlton, but that's not right. But yeah, this is released by Chicks, number 1 to 48. I think this is 1959. I think this year is after his brother. 1 year after his brother, I think, is his rookie card. But yeah, this is supposedly it. Very cool. I'm always trying to get hold of all the rookie cards of all the England 66 team. It's always been my little goal to try and have a little display of them. A bit ding down here, annoyingly, but apart from that, lovely card. Lovely, came wrapped really well as well. That's what I like to see. And I think this card was thrown in for free. And if it was thrown in for free, that's pretty cool, because I can't remember if I ordered it or not. But it's the Jimmy Greaves one. And it's got a big crease on here, but who cares? What a lovely card. I love these kind of like photographs which have been hand painted over. Such was the hullabaloo about Jimmy Greaves last season that it seemed certain he would gain an England cap. Fortunately, the selectors were not stampeded into trusting greatness on this clever inside forward and capped him for young England only. Captain for young England, but let's believe the under 21s or something. He has plenty of time to gain higher honours. This must be an early card, because I think his first international was probably 59. Easily 1960 he was capped. Very cool. These cards are cool. They're very much bigger than most cards, so they all kind of stick out slightly at the top loader. Really love those. And if anybody's the person who's watching this channel, thank you very much for that. I can't remember if I ordered that or not, but if I didn't, thank you. And for my never-ending quest to own every single one of these, here's another Messi and Fatty. I've been checking out Fatty's his appearances recently. He's had a bit of injuries. I think he's played 13 or 14 games for Barcelona, and he's scored like 7 times. So his goal averages for Barcelona is like one every other game, basically, which is a good average to have. You'll be seeing a few more of his cards in the next couple of weeks, weeks, how long it takes to turn up. But those are cheap cards, guys. They're only like £1.50, £2.50 posted. Obviously, it's match tax. It's not going to be the coolest card in the world, but I think it looks nice. I think it's a good card, strong card. Okay, so I've been doing a bit of research on some of my other favourite players, players that are good players, well-known internationals, that sort of thing, but who are not really on people's radars at the moment, mainly because they're concentrating on buying up all the really nice, Ronaldos and Messis and Phil Fodens and all cards like Maradona and Pele and that sort of stuff. People are starting to slowly become to the idea that actually these cards are going to run out soon, so they've got to buy them when they're hot. But there are other cards which are very rare as well, and stickers in this example. So I believe this is a 1986 sticker of David Seaman, England international, Arsenal player. One of my favourites. I saw him play back in the day for Arsenal. When I was a kid, him, Ian Wright, Tony Adams, Dennis Bergkamp were like my favourite players. So I looked on the trading card database. This is not listed. There's another card, I think, from 1987, which means that this is technically his rookie card. The one that's on there, or rookie sticker. The one also on there is probably his rookie card. I can't find this on the trading card database. So it's 1986. I think it's released by the Daily Mirror. In the same set, there is a Paul Gascoigne Gazza card sticker, which is good up in price. So look out for that if you can find it. It has these marks going straight across the back. There it has a bit. There you go. That's a lot of weird printing on it. I think it says New Sensations something. anyway, yeah, David Seaman sticker. Most of the time people say don't collect goalies. I get that, I can totally understand that. But there are some goalies that I think are worth collecting. Most international goalies are worth collecting. Peter Shilton and Gordon Banks, I think are quite good. I think even our current goalkeeper, what his name is, the guy who plays for Everton, Jordan Pickford, that's his name. How did I forget him? I think he's quite good. I think he's a very, very good keeper. I think he's going to go down in the history books. He's got loads of clean sheets. He's got loads of appearances, loads of caps now. Played in a Euro final, played in a World Cup semi-final. So don't just brush off keepers, because sometimes keepers are actually worth a bit of money. This one was cheap. I don't think it's going to be worth money. I didn't buy it for investment reasons. I bought it just for my collection, really. Was so much sellotape off. Is another early sticker. This is Ian Wright. I had this one in my collection already, but it's not in so good condition. There's basically a bit of confusion, I think, over Ian Wright stickers and cards. The Pro Set card from 1990, 1991 is this rookie card, as in card. But there's earlier stickers. This is from 1989 to 1990. There's other ones from 1990, and other ones from that sort of period. This is the earliest one I can find, which actually has a year on it, 89 to 1990. It's not super hard to find it. I mean, I picked up 2 in the last 3-4 months, but they rarely come up on eBay. Whenever I see them, I always try and buy them. I wanted to get one graded, but the problem is my other one's not that great. So this one's probably better, but as you can tell, it's really off-cut. So it's going to be a hard decision what I do with those, really. I might just wait until the time comes and I find a better one. Best thing to send cards in is Christmas cards, because they can lie flat in between them. That's quite a nice card, isn't it? Let's see what Santa bought. Many thanks. Did you see it? This is actually my very first one from this set. I presume it's a sticker, because it feels like a card. This is the Jeff Hurst Mexico 1970 England, what I think is a sticker. This is an amazing set, and there's people have been talking about it recently. Will this go down as probably the best kind of set ever released? It's got some amazing players in it. And they're not too expensive at the moment. Eventually they will be. Getting high grades, it's going to cost you a lot of money. So when I saw this card come up, I put a few bids in there and I came up and won it. Not the best condition, but it does look nice, and it will go well in my personal collection for now. So everybody, that's it for now. Not the biggest haul today. There's a few other cards that I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for like maybe another 30 cards to turn up, which is ridiculous. So yeah, over the next couple of days, you might be seeing more videos from me. I love this collection so far. This is a really good haul of cards. The Jack Charlton card, I believe that is his rookie card, so that's amazing. Probably more, the A and B C card is technically his rookie card, but this is considered like the second best thing to it, because the A and B C card is worth like hundreds and hundreds of pounds. It's one of the most expensive common cards out on the market, really. So I really do like my vintage cards. I think vintage is a bit, I prefer it over modern, and that's not to say there's anything wrong with this Jack Grealish card, for example, or this Messi card. It's just, I think with vintage you get a bit of a kind of social comment on the time sort of thing, and it shows you how like times develops and stuff, even including like these pictures here of Jack and Jimmy. The way they're printed, the way there's a lot of love going into these sort of cards, and I think like that drawing there of that, or painting, whatever it is, of Jimmy, of Dixie Dean, and you won't get that with a modern player anymore. I mean, they do these kind of like Topps living sets, but they just look to me like very kind of like computerish. Yeah, so my heart really is in vintage. As always, guys, happy hunting. I hope you find some amazing cards this week. Don't just trust eBay. There's lots of Facebook groups. There's lots of like other places you can look for cards as well. So go out and find them. Have a good week, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care.